Oh, hello family. I'm glad you're here. We just picked up our Azure order. But before we go through this, I need to get dinner in the oven. Hello family. Welcome back. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Vicki and you're with Grammy in the kitchen. So we picked up our Azure order. It was a late delivery, but that's okay. We got everything. But before I went and picked it up, I took some hamburger steak with gravy and some macaroni and cheese out of the freezer. We made this together back in July. If I think about it, I'll put a link right there showing you our freezer meals we made. So let me go ahead and get these in the oven and then we'll talk about the Azure order. So I'm just going to put this whole tray with the hamburger steak and the macaroni and cheese in the oven. And we're going to cook that for about 45 minutes in a 350 degree oven. And then while we're doing that, we're going to talk about this Azure Haul. I can tell you, opening this box with you is exciting to me. I love opening these repackaged boxes from Azure Standard because although I know what's in there, it's still like Christmas morning and finding out what you're getting. So we're going to open this box together. Now this is showing arrows. They're very faint on the camera, but I can see them. And there's an arrow pointing up. And then right here it says it says top, so we know this is the top. And I know I got a couple gallon jugs and I think a quart size jug, and they're put in here in this way, and that way they're not getting tossed and turned. I'm excited. Let's open this up. Do you see that? Oh my God, I'm excited. Okay. So I got 5 pounds of garlic, was $35.79. If you saw the video where I was talking about the root in, see if I can get you to focus. Can you see that? There's dirt in there. That does not mean this garlic is dirty. That just tells me it hasn't been bleached. All the dirt has been removed. It was grown in my country. That is what you are looking for when you're buying a good quality organic garlic. 5 pounds, family. I got 10 pounds of onions, and this was $16.75 for 10 pounds. I got a brick of pepper jack cheese. This is a Rumiano organic, pastured, raised on a family farm pepper jack cheese. This is my favorite pepper jack cheese. And this was $37.01. I got a gallon of apple cider vinegar. This was $13.15. I have a gallon of olive oil, and this is an organic extra virgin olive oil. And this was $62.68. I got 32 ounces of balsamic vinegar. This is an organic balsamic vinegar basic, $10.48. And we have our sales flyer for the next order. We got the husband's favorite grape jelly. Comes in a case of 6. Concord grape organic. I'm going to read you the ingredients, and I want you to compare it to the grape jelly or any kind of jelly you have in your house. Organic Concord grape puree from concentrate, water, organic Concord grape puree concentrate, organic cane sugar, apple pectin, ascorbic acid, vitamin C, and citric acid. That is it. No corn syrup, no fillers, just juice, a pectin made from apples, and sugar, organic cane sugar. Compare that to the grape jelly or any kind of jelly you have in your house. Tell me how many ingredients you have. This, for a case of 6, was $26.53. I got a case of butter. You're like, Grammy, why do you buy your butter in cases? Because butter freezes wonderful. You get a better unit price by buying it by the case. They do sell where you can get 1 or 3 or 6. I got 18. 18 pounds. The Mother's Choice butter, sweet cream butter. And I have 18 1-pound packages of butter. And like I said, we just put this in the freezer. We'll take out what we need. Was $70.09. So each one of these pounds is $3.89 a pound. That is cheaper than the cheapest butter you could get at your local grocery store. Good quality butter at a reasonable price. And we got a case of the number 10, which is the restaurant size cans of diced tomatoes. This was $52.33. We're going to turn these 6 cans into pasta sauce. So we're going to put them in jars so we can have shelf-ready pasta sauce. And if you've seen any of my videos, I turn my pasta sauce into pizza sauce by adding a few little extra ingredients to it, and then I don't have to can both pizza sauce and pasta sauce. So we're going to turn this into pasta sauce. The last time I made this, out of the 6 cans, I think I ended up with 19 quarts. So that's the goal this time also. And the tomato sauce was $52.33 for the whole case. So I got 50 pounds of my favorite flour. And this was $55.73. We put this in a 5-gallon bucket with a gamma lid. My bucket will hold 30 pounds. My 2 kitchen staples hold a little bit more than 5 pounds if they're empty, and they're not empty. Whatever's left over, I put them in Mylar bags. I don't put oxygen absorber in them because I'm not storing my flour for long-term storage. I'm only doing it as short-term and just trying to slowly build up a backstock of flour, and I will rotate through that. Once I put it in Mylar bags, I seal the top, and then I will date it. And if I do need to go into my reserve stock of flour, I will get the oldest one out first, make sure I'm rotating, and then when I get some more, I'll reuse those bags, reseal it, date it, and put it in the same container. That way I always have flour in my kitchen, in my bucket, and as a backup to everything, in case it comes to the point where I cannot get flour, or if I can't afford it at that time. At least I know I have some backup flour. And it's 50 pounds, and it's heavy. It is super heavy. My total for this month was $409.01. I did have some Azure cash from last month That was $4.93. That was also taken off of my subtotal. Because I am on the East Coast and the truck comes from the West Coast, I do have to pay for shipping, and shipping is what the truck cost divided among each person according to their pounds. So my shipping was $32.43. This order, all the stuff we have over there plus all the stuff we have on this table, I have Azure cash of $7.63 that I can apply to next week. We got things we needed, and we got food for our pantry. So I need to put the butter in the freezer. I need to put my cheese in the refrigerator. What I like to do with my 5-pound block of cheese, whether it's pepper jack, cheddar cheese, mozzarella, it doesn't matter what it is. I like to go ahead and just shred everything all at once and then put them in Ziploc bags, according by like 8 ounces or so, and then put those in the freezer. That way I have already shredded cheese. I could just grab a bag from the freezer and I could cook something with it. My grandsons love pepper jack macaroni and cheese. If you haven't tried it, you've got to try it. It is so good. If you leave it in the original package like this that it comes in, you can leave this in your refrigerator for months and months and months. Once you open into it and you start taking off what you want, whether you need this much for one recipe, this much for another recipe, it's going to start going bad quicker. Once this package is open, you need to use it really quick. I don't know how long that would be because I've never had cheese in my refrigerator for any period of time, because I go ahead and just shred it up and put it in the freezer. It can stay in the refrigerator for over a year. I have had cheese in my refrigerator well over a year and it was fine. Same with the butter. So the butter says sell by January 25th at 2024. Hopefully I still have butter after that date, but as long as it stays in the freezer, you don't have to worry about the expiration date. So this butter will go in the freezer until I need it. I like having food security, and I hope you do too. Alright, so while dinner's cooking, I'm going to go ahead and take all of this into the pantry and figure out what I'm going to do with it. This is going to go in the refrigerator until we have time to process this. Garlic and onions, I'm going to put in my mesh bag that I keep in the pantry. Now don't be afraid to buy your garlic and your onions in bulk. They do have a very long shelf life if you keep them in a cool, dry area. Unfortunately, I do not have a cool, dry area in my house. My pantry is actually a converted bedroom. So it's not cool in there. It has vents, heat, AC, all the good stuff. So it's not a cool place. But if you notice that your onions or your garlic is starting to sprout, like it wants to grow, just take them, chop them up, and freeze them. Both of these freeze beautiful. I actually have videos of chopping onions and processing some garlic into some garlic pucks and putting them in the freezer. So don't be afraid to buy produce such as onions and garlic, peppers, tomatoes. It doesn't really matter. You can freeze these. Now they're not going to be good for fresh eating. You would not want to put some frozen onions in a salad because they'll get soggy and waterlogged. It's not good as fresh eating. But I cook with garlic and onions all the time, and it works wonderful from freezer to the stove. So don't be afraid to buy produce in bulk if you're planning on cooking with those items, because they cook beautiful from the freezer. Let me go put these in the pantry. This video is sponsored by Azure Standard. Even before they started sponsoring my videos, I was buying from Azure for a little over 3 years, and I absolutely love them. Absolutely love them. I cannot say enough about them. Down below it's going to be a link that you can go check out Azure Standard yourself. Compare the price to what you can find at the grocery store, whether it's brand for brand or a good quality item. I'm telling you, Azure will beat the price. You order online once a month. You pick your drop spot, and then the truck will come to your drop spot, drop off everybody's food from that drop. You take your items and you go home. You might think that's a little hassle. I don't want to do that, Gravy. But I'm telling you, for their prices, compared to my local grocery store, for a good quality item, the price is better. And you can buy it in bulk and slowly build up your food security. So I just want to say thank you, Azure, for sponsoring my video. And use that link below and check them out. Let's check on dinner. I can smell that hamburger steak. Oh, it smells so good. I hear it bubbling. I think we might be ready, but we're going to look and see what we have here. Ooh. That looks so good. Oh yeah, dinner is ready. Let's go ahead and get a plate. Some hamburger, a little bit of gravy. Ooh, yum, yum. Some delicious macaroni and cheese with some turkey bacon. This is made with some delicious cheese that we got from Azure Standard. Family, I love having freezer meals because it just makes having dinner ready when I'm ready for dinner. Look at that. Now this is a freezer meal we made together back in July. And we know it's good. We've had the macaroni and cheese before. We've had the hamburger steak before. We know it's good because we made it together. Ooh, look at the steam. Delicious. I'm not sure if I made this macaroni and cheese with pepper jack or did I make it with the extra sharp cheddar. I need to go look at that video and see. So I can't remember. If you remember, leave a comment below and tell us what we used, because I don't remember. So good. If you don't mind, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. I would love to have you part of the Grammy family. Hit that notification bell so you know each time we put a video. We put a video 3 times a week, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Every now and then I'll throw a Sunday one out there called the kitchen chat or the pantry chat. But we just talk about different things on those videos. We're not cooking, we're not canning, we're not preserving or making freezer meals. We're just talking about different things. So I'm going to fix the husband a plate. I'm going to have dinner with him. And until next time, y'all have a blessed day. Bye, family. So good.